You're slowing yourselves both down.
You know what the truth of it is? There's no right answer.
No, there is. Just let them go so you don't both wreck.
That's whatever you have to do to avoid wrecking. Whether that's hold your line, whether that's get out of the way, whether that's keep giving the spot back, whatever it is, don't wreck. That's the key to helping everyone. Back to racing. 15 seconds into this one. Race number 3, Buggy Heat 3. Current TQ, Michael Page, 9 out of 5, 11.5. We'll see if any one of these drivers can top that. That's a pretty stout order, but I tell you what, we've seen some fantastic driving things. You're going to be changing up even more. Talked about the track changing so much, and now the lights are on. The sun is down. The moisture is going to be coming back up, and I think it's going to get pretty exciting, and I think we're going to see some serious traction here before too long. You can already see some of the darker spots on the track. What was still dark with moisture during the day is only going to get more tacky, more sticky, and more tricky as the sun goes down and the lights come on. So I think it's going to be interesting. We shall see here. One lap in, Sean Cuthbertson out of Canada. 9 out of 5.25 his pace, so he's not on TQ, but he is the only driver on a 9-lap run. Leading this one, Frank Prestigiacomo in the number 2 spot. Brian Wightman in the number 3 spot. Jeremy McGuigan in the 4. Kevin Van Leer in the 5. Craig Amo, Richard Pounder, Raul Vazquez, Harold Lewis, Henry Shack, George Nikolaou, Ralph Reynolds, Benjamin Fenton, and David Scott. Your running order right now, 140 down, 320 left to go, says Sean Cuthbertson. Out front with a 9.531 pace. Now Frank Prestigiacomo, 0.3 of a second. Oh, no. Trouble for Sean. I keep on calling Seth, and I'm not sure why. But Sean tumbling.
There's a Seth Cuthbertson as well.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Ah, that's why. Oh, no. He crashed on the backside of the catapult jump.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I was just emphasizing the pain I felt for him right there. Here he comes down.
So empathetic.
Here comes down the back section. Back around to the front side. I believe Sean is going to lose. No! How does that happen? Okay, so Sean leading has trouble on that last lap. More trouble here on this one. Has a 43-second lap, but the guy in second has a 45-second lap. So Sean still out front. Sean's pace has now dropped to an 8 out of 5.13. Jeremy McGuigan moved up into the number 2 spot. Frank Prestigiacomo drops to 3rd. Richard Pounder 4th. Kevin Van Leer rounding out your top 5 halfway into this one. This is heat number 3 of 15. After race 15, well, we're done for the night. As you can see, the lights are on now. Track's changing race by race, lap by lap. 2:10 left to go. Seth Cuthbertson out front still. He is 0.7 of a second ahead of Jeremy McGuigan, and Jeremy to the top now. So Seth there, it's Sean, not Seth. Seth is not out there.
I remember my first time saying 4-letter first name.
Right? And Jeremy was up to the top. Now it's Frank Prestigiacomo. Frank Prestigiacomo works his way to the top now. 8 out of 5.19 his pace with a 1.5 second lead over Sean Cuthbertson. Jeremy McGuigan in the number 3 spot. Brian Wightman now in the 4. Kevin Van Leer still rounding out your top 5 with a 1:35 left to go. Frank Prestigiacomo in car number 1 is your leader. See if we can locate him on the track as he works his way around. And now Cuthbertson back to the front. So Cuthbertson and Prestigiacomo back and forth they go. 7 thousandths of a second right now separating them. 1:15 to go. They are not anywhere close TQ time. However, both drivers still making for an exciting race up towards the front. Right now we're looking at the number 2 of Cuthbertson. I believe that's going to be Prestigiacomo right behind him. On the track and on the clock, 7 thousandths of a second that last time by. Here they come down the back stretch now. Cuthbertson in that orange buggy. I believe that is the HB Racing car. Back around to the front side he goes. We'll see what he's got this time by 39.7. What has Frank got? Frank with a 37.5. So Frank, and that is not Frank behind him. Frank is actually, it looks like ahead of him now. Frank now taking over the top spot, 8 to 5.13.7, 1.3 seconds ahead of McGuigan. In the number 2 spot, Cuthbertson in the 3 spot, Wightman in the 4, Pounder in the 5, Reynolds, Lewis, Vazquez, Fenton, Amo, Shack, Nikolaou, Van Leer, and Scott with 20 seconds left to go here in heat number 3 of Buggy. Your leader, Frank Prestigiacomo, just crossed the line down the front stretch onto the left side. Car number 1 he goes into the whoop section now. Jeremy McGuigan in that number 2 spot. Cuthbertson still sitting in the number 3 spot, and that is time. Time has expired. These drivers going to be finishing up here. It looks like everybody going for an 8 or less on this one. Top 6 drivers on an 8-lap run. Everybody else on a 7 or lower. On to the backside. Oh, boy. Troubles on the backside. Prestigiacomo on his last lap. McGuigan on his last lap. Cuthbertson on his last lap. Here they come back around to the front side. And on the last lap, it looks like Sean Cuthbertson may take the win. After all, he went from 3rd to 1st. We see what Jeremy's got when Jeremy comes around. And he did. Cuthbertson takes the win, 8 at a 5:12.451. Not enough for TQ, however, still a heat race win for him. Frank Prestigiacomo going to take 2nd. Jeremy McGuigan taking that number 3 spot. That was race number 3. Race number 4 going to be coming up next. Let's see here.
You are watching the 2017 Roar Fuel Off-Road National Championships live on LiveRC this week. Thanks to